It's finally here, the Porsche Panamera. Porsche launches its fourth model series, a completely new model, still typically Porsche. With its impeccable performance and high-class interior, the Panamera combines sportiness and comfort like no other vehicle in its class. No other sports car is as spacious and at the same time so fast. The muscular appearance of the Panamera reflects the many classic virtues of Porsche's styling. Especially from the side, you'll recognize the Porsche genes that began a long time ago with Porsche number 1. Also from the front, the kinship with Porsche sports cars is unmistakable. With its characteristically shaped headlights, the Panamera shows off old familiar elements. Measuring just under 5 meters in length, this sedan boasts a generous amount of interior space. The trunk of the Panamera S holds 445 liters. And with the back seats folded down, an incredible 1,263 liters fit in here. That's nearly 10 times as much as in the 911. Also on the inside, the driver will find many of the familiar Porsche items like the 5 circular instruments so typical of 911s and naturally the ignition on the left. There's also a whole lot of new things in the Panamera. Along the new center console, you'll find a number of switches for the different driving modes. In addition, there's also different settings for the air conditioning. Of course, Porsche treats the passengers in the back seat to the same type of luxury. They too have their own center console, and each of them sits in their own sports seat. With a clear view in front of them, they can enjoy the wonderful Porsche experience to the fullest. Beneath the hood, in the Panamera S, a V8 engine. A fast sports car and comfortable sedan all rolled into one. How did Porsche do it?
We did put a lot of technical highlights into the Porsche Panamera. On the one side, we took all technology from the sports cars, the 911 Carrera for example, and on the other side from the SUV, the existing Cayenne car, and additional new technology. First, I would like to mention the adaptive air suspension system with additional air volume. This additional air volume gives you a maximum of comfort, and switching off a part of the air volume, you get a real sporty setup with the car. When you look at the Panamera, you don't see any spoiler. Reaching 90 kilometers per hour, the adaptive spoiler comes out and it's adaptable in height and angle. This we can provide best aerodynamics on the one hand, and in sport mode a maximum of downforce. The top of the line Panamera Turbo has 2 additional flaps that broaden the surface of the spoiler to gain even more downforce, and we are proud having a Gran Turismo car that has real downforce on the rear axle.
The engines available for the Panamera start with the 400 horsepower V8 for the Panamera S and 4S. In the turbo version, you get a whopping 500, which allow the Gran Turismo to shoot from rest to 100 in only 4 seconds. Porsche plans a hybrid version of the Panamera for 2011. A roadster is meant to be sporty, elegant, and affordable. Many have tried to create one with these attributes. Currently, VW has one that is all that and more, the Roadster BlueSport. While some models turn out to be expensive or heavy, it looks as if Volkswagen has learned to adapt to the demands of the changing markets. And since Mazda is the only one to offer an interesting vehicle up till now, With its MX-5, Volkswagen is out to take on this top dog with its nice rear-drive car. The car is a typical 4-meter-long roadster standing 1.26 meters tall. The design is very fresh, young, and modern. Two small trunks, front and back, as well as a nice and sporty interior, are almost mandatory in this car segment. This fast little open-top car is proof that VW can be quite flexible in creating and producing vehicles. The stylish BlueSport, that's what they call this car, is still only a concept. It's rear-driven with the engine just in front of the rear axle, a configuration not found since the blessed VW Porsche of 1969. With the BlueSport, it's driving fun that counts. Less than 1,200 kilograms of curb weight, wide tires on big wheels, and a dual-clutch transmission. That's what little sports cars are made of. Consistent with the rest of the car, the fabric top is operated in a classic manner, by hand. VW plans to keep the base price below 25,000 euros. The 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel generates 180 horsepower in the BlueSport, allowing the car to zip to a speed of 100 in 6.6 seconds. When it hopefully comes out in 2013 in just the same way, it will certainly have a big fan club. 299 horsepower, consumption 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers, 148 grams of CO2. These are values that move the automotive world today. They're achieved by the new Lexus RX450h, an SUV with hybrid drive weighing in at 2.1 tons. Up till today, Lexus is still the only car maker that offers this technology as a full hybrid with pure electric drive.
So generally speaking, we have left the periphery of the car, so front engine, front electromotor and rear electromotor, but we fine-tuned all the components that we have in the car. So the new combustion engine has 3.5 liter displacement and is now working in Atkinson cycles. This Atkinson cycles helps us a lot in combustion engine efficiency. Also the electric motors are much improved, and also all the software components in the car are new. For example, we now offer EV mode, fully electric drive conditions steered by the driver himself, and also new eco mode, which allows us this 148 grams of CO2 emission.
4 years ago, Lexus introduced hybrid drive technology in the previous model, the first time in a premium class car. In Germany, the SUV is the most popular model of the brand and is ordered by around 95% of all RX customers. The new Lexus RX450h looks much flatter, wider, and more muscular than the previous RX400h. This new sporty appearance is a result of the extremely compact dimensions. The new model is actually only 35 millimeters longer, 40 millimeters wider, and 10 millimeters higher than the former model. The track is now 70 millimeters wider. The wheelbase has grown by 25 millimeters. What's more, the new Lexus RX still has the smallest turning radius in its class, 11.4 meters. Lexus continues to use the old nickel-metal hydride batteries, which have proven to be not only efficient, but also great for daily use. And as far as their cost-benefit ratio goes, they're unbeatable. Still, the Japanese have also been developing new lithium-ion batteries for years. But until the technology makes good sense to market, it will still take some time, according to Toyota and Lexus, and it will only be used in test vehicles. The Lexus RX450h is a luxury SUV, which meets the expectations of its customers. The most striking characteristic is and has been its hybrid drive. Lexus is not only way ahead of the competition with this innovative technology, this is a luxury car that is really friendly to the environment, frugal, and low in emissions.